My 1979 911 Turbo, the 930. I've built this car myself using mostly factory parts and roof parts. It features 3.4 roof pistons and cylinders, roof BTR Group B cams. It has the original CIS injection, although that's been ported for more flow. It has a C2 intercooler. It has headers, a 934 style center outlet exhaust. It has a modified warm-up regulator, MSD ignition, and it's all mechanical. When I began searching for a 911 Turbo, I really had it down to the 78, 79 model. The 75 and 76s had gotten so expensive they were difficult to find and difficult to pay for. And the 78 and 79 model years were the only years to feature the 917 brakes, full floating rotors. It was also the first year for the intercooler and the 3.3 engine. It was also the last year that the 911 Turbo would be imported into the United States before Porsche pulled it back. It didn't come back until 1986 as somewhat tamed down. This car was light, made a lot of power, and got a lot of people into trouble. Okay, before we get started here, let's reset the telltale boost gauge back to 0. We'll turn it to about 0.5. We know we're going to hit that. We'll take the key out, set the key down, and we'll see where we end up. We don't want to get things too crazy. Let's usually stick to about 1 bar of boost. When I was thinking about buying a turbo, I read an article that said owning an early 911 Turbo is a lot like owning a Tiger. You're pretty sure it's not going to kill you. And that sounded pretty appealing to me. Another improvement I made to the 930 was this uber rare roof 5-speed transmission. This was an upgrade over the original wide ratio 4-speed box. First and reverse are unique roof gears, second through fifth are optional 935 gears. The roof 5-speed required a unique casting, main shaft, and ring and pinion gears. This gave a closer ratio between all gears, which allowed the 930 engine to stay on boost and more efficiently use that power. More power means more fun. Here's the roof polyurethane spoiler. It's housing a roof front oil cooler. There's a carbon fiber hood. And then if you look at the top of the windscreen, you see that NLA roof windshield sticker. I got that when I used to work for Roof out of Dallas. A couple other bits are these Bilstein struts that are roof valved, and of course the chrome roof wheels. Never really been a fan of chrome, but with a black car, nothing else can add contrast. In these cars, there are no electronics that you can rely on to save you from going too fast into a corner, or for lifting too soon, or if you're out of balance and the rear end starts to come around. There's nothing that's going to save you. It's just you. And that's kind of exciting for a lot of people. Oh, the rumble of air-cooled goodness. There's the roof boost gauge, the factory radio. There's the Wevo super light shift knob and shift console. These three gauges here, cylinder head temperature at the bottom, AFR gauge in the middle, and dial intercooler gauge there at the top. Just pretty cool. It tells you the difference between the engine air temperature going into the intercooler and the air going out of the intercooler into the engine. I've seen this gauge read as much as 88 degrees temperature differential. So cooling down the air charge 88 degrees. Also in this picture you can see the dial of death there. It looks like a big doorknob. It's a manual boost control from a 934. You can crank it to the right and dial up more boost, or you can turn it down and turn down the boost. Of course, who wants to turn down the boost? Mechanics used to put these out of the driver's peripheral so that they wouldn't be tempted to crank the knob up and blow the engine during the race. I, of course, located mine right there where it was handy.